Hi, my name is Kim and I work for eBay's customer service. We hope that you love all of your purchases. However, we understand that sometimes you may need to return an item. In this video, we'll show you how to open up a return request, print a return shipping label, and follow up with your seller to get your refund or exchange. If the item you received is defective or doesn't match the description in the listing, you're covered by our eBay money back guarantee. You can often request a return even if the listing doesn't have a return policy or the seller says they don't accept returns. To start a return, first sign into your eBay account. If you bought an item as a guest, the process is slightly different, but don't worry, we'll cover that too. Once you've signed in, go to your purchases in My eBay. Here, you'll see a list of all your recent purchases. Find the item you'd like to return, select More Actions, and then select Return the Item. Select the reason for the return and then add more details. You can also add up to 10 photos of the item to show its condition. When you're finished adding details and photos, select Request the Return. You'll see confirmations that your return request has been sent and the date the seller has to respond by. Depending on the reason for the return and the seller's return policy, you may have to pay the return shipping cost, which might also affect how you print the return shipping label. Some sellers automatically accept returns. If so, while you can print the label right away, you may have to wait for the seller to respond before you can proceed further. To print a label using a computer, go to the Returns and Canceled Order sections to find the item. Select See Return Details, then select Print Return Shipping Label. You can also print from a mobile device. Find the item in your purchases and select it. Then select See Return Details. From here, you can select Print Shipping Label. If you're returning an item to an international seller or the item is oversized, please work with the seller to determine how to handle the return. In some cases, the seller may want you to use an alternative shipping label. If so, the seller will need to send you the return shipping label or instructions for the return. If you need to send the seller a message, go to the item in your purchases, select More Actions, and then select Contact Seller. If you've already started the return, you'll need to go to your Returns and Canceled Orders to send the seller a message. Once your return has been accepted, you have 5 days to send the item back to the seller. Pack the item, include the packing slip if you have one, and send the item back to the seller. It's important to keep the tracking details whenever you ship an item. If you use an eBay label for the return, you can track the shipping status in your purchases. Find the return item and select See Return Details. If the seller doesn't provide you with an eBay shipping label or you return the item through an alternative method, be sure to add tracking details in the return request. If you've asked the seller for a replacement and they accept, they'll ship it out within 5 business days of receiving the returned item. If you checked out as a guest and have a problem with a purchase, you'll need to follow the instructions in the guest order confirmation email that we sent you. There you have it. Whether you're returning an item for a refund or exchange or working with the seller to find an alternative solution, you're one step closer to completing your return. We wish you the best of luck with this and all of your future eBay purchases.